Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is my Appliancer level 1 toolbox that I built. It's still in testing, but this is what I have so far and what I've had the most success on Dueling Book with. Hopefully I'll be able to take this to the next locals that opens up. And who knows? Maybe I can take this to one of those remote duels. This is a really fun deck. Appliancer as a core is super cheap. You can get it for like $3, I think. And although the deck itself is not $3, it's a lot, but it's only because like I've been able to collect the cards individually, not individually, from like hard pulling them from sets. Anyways, this is a really fun deck. Let me know if you have any suggestions on what could be improved or not, or if you have any luck with it. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so starting off, we got 3 copies of Appliancer Socket Roll. And now, Appliancer Socket Roll, what it does is that if I have another Appliancer monster in the field, I can special summon it and from my hand. And if another Socket Roll is summoned, then I can special summon another one from my deck. So I'm almost always guaranteed at least 3 of them on the board. This is going to be your main monster to the deck in terms of when it comes to your Appliancer plays, and just a really good extender. Next up, we got triple Copy Buckle. Copy Buckle has the same first effect as Socket Roll, where you can special summon it from your hand if you have another Appliancer. The difference is, with Copy Buckle, it copies the name until the end of the phase, which works great with Socket Roll, because with Socket Roll, if you do the same, if you use Copy Buckle, the effect still applies. It's a really fun little interaction it's got going on there. And I can banish it from the graveyard, target an Appliancer from on my field, and special summon another copy from my hand or graveyard. Notice how they all have really low attack points, so you can summon them off of Machine Duplication, which we'll get to later. And we have 3 copies of Breaker Bunkle. Yeah, I keep stumbling over that name. The Fox. We got a lot, or the Mouse? What the hell is it? Anyways, his first effect doesn't really matter. It just prevents our monsters from being destroyed by battle. Its secondary effect, where you can banish it from the graveyard, is like kind of like a Link 1 Salamangreat. I'm losing the name at the moment. Just banish it to have protection. It's mostly here just have another Appliancer name, and it's another level 1, so it's helpful. On to our first level 1 extender. I got triple Turbo Booster. Now, I know some people could play Magician Souls. You could. I don't have them, so I went with, in my opinion, it's the better card, Turbo Booster, because it's literally a free extender. It's not once per turn, and all it requires is that if I have normal summoned monster this turn, I can just special summon this for free. And then for our little synchro package, I got 2 copies of Righty Driver and 1 copy of Lefty Driver. Righty Driver, when it's normal summoned, I can special summon Lefty Driver from my hand, deck, or graveyard. Lefty Driver's effect doesn't matter, other than just adding another Righty Driver to my hand. So that's our level 1 packages. Now on to our garnets, so our cards that we really don't want to see. 1 copy of Codebreaker 0 Day. The Codebreaker engine is a lot of fun, and it's just a good way to turbo out just a level rank Blink 4 just wall. And then of course we are playing Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, so we've got Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician. Just add it in there. Hopefully we don't ever actually see these cards. Now on for our hand traps, we play triple Effect Veiler, which for this deck, it's better to use this over Infinite Impermanence, because not only do you get the benefit of the effect negation, but it's also a way to special summon off of Halki Fibrax, and also it's another level 1. Next up, we got triple copies of Ash Blossom. It's the most standard hand trap we could play, just stop our opponent from searching cards. And it's got a, and that's basically it. And then I also play 2 copies of Ghost Bell, Just probably come up a little bit more often than Ash Blossom, but you never know. And it's just a good way to stop our opponent from using the graveyard as a second hand. That's it for the monsters. Let's get on to the spells. So for the spell cards, we got 3 copies of Appliancer World. When it's activated, it lets us search an Appliancer monster for free. And when we link summon an Appliancer link monster, we can just add back an Appliancer from our graveyard to our hand. And we can also move the Appliancer to a different zone. And for our last Appliancer spell card, we have 2 copies of Appliancer Reuse. Just an extra monster reborn, and lets us just extend even further for free. Onto one of the best cards in the deck, we have 3 copies of Machine Duplication. We have if we have any Appliancer on the field plus Machine Duplication, that's an instant access to Dragoon plus Laundry Dragon right off the bat, or any other higher linking shenanigans we want to pull off. Then for our Searcher, I chose to play Jack in Hand. You could try playing Where Art Thou, which does essentially the same thing, but I like Jack in the Hand because it gives our opponent a brick in their hand to not be able to use. Plus, more often than not, my opponent somehow always gives me the card I need. Usually you'll use this to search out an Appliancer, if you didn't already get one, or a way to get access to Turbo Booster, or a Righty Driver. Then for our 1-ups, we play 1 copy of 1-for-1. Just lets us get a free special summon of a level 1 monster. Harpy's Feather Duster, get rid of the spell and trap cards. And it's only 1 slot, so we don't have to worry about it. 1 copy Monster Reborn, just use up, it's another extender. And hey, if we do manage to get over our opponent's Dragoon, well, we can just bring it back. And then the 1 Red Eyes Fusion, so we can summon our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. If we don't really have a good turn 1 board and we have Red Eyes Fusion, we'll just pass on Dragoon. Alright, that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. For our Link 1s, we have 1 copy of Laundry Dragon. It's the only Appliancer Link monster I play, mostly so I can make room for the other pieces of the engine. Basically, when it's not co-linked, it can destroy an opponent's monster by battle. Sorry, it just automatically destroys the opponent's monster. And when it is co-linked, so when it's connected to another monster, it banishes it instead. And neither player takes battle damage from this monster, so I can't attack directly, and I don't take damage by get Burrow sorted over. Our next Link 1 is 1 Link Karibo. Pretty much mandatory if you're playing a Link 1 deck. Just a good way to protect yourself for a turn and recycles itself. Now onto our little engines for the extra deck. We've got our Code Virus engine, Virus Swordsman. Summon it, special summon when it's co-linked. Just special summon the Daybreaker from our deck. Berserker, summon it if it's still co-linked, special summon them both back, and end on Power Load Ogre. Or if you want, you can end on Appliancer or Access Code Talker. More often than not, you're going to end on Power Load Ogre or Appliancer. Access Code Talker is if you know for a fact you want to just clear out the game. But Power Load is a good way to pass off. Alright, then for our next little package, 1 Masquerena into 1 Unicorn. Pretty standard stuff. And then I'm glad I watched the Sky Striker video because that's how I got the idea to use the Needle Fiber into Celine into... Let me go back to our little 4 packages. These 2 are basically our end goals when it comes to this line, but I'll show a whole combo video in another time. Just how we get there. Then for our other package, we've got our Verte Anaconda with Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Summon Anaconda. As effect lets you summon Dragoon, which is a tank. And now for our last little package, we've got 1 Assembled Nightingale, so we can attack our opponent directly, which lets us go into Zeus, which is a house in itself. And yeah, that's it for the main and extra deck. Onto the side deck. The side deck, really, it's whatever you want to be. This is just what I go with what I have available to me. So I play 3 copies of Nibiru. Just a good way to stop, like, say, Dragon Link or Emancipator. 3 Gamma Seal, just to go over opposing Dragoons and other towers, like say if you want to get rid of Herald of Ultimateness. It's for those monsters. Spells, double Twin Twister, in case we're going against a really back row heavy focused deck. Triple Evenly Matched. Not a lot of people prep for Evenly Matched, so it's a good way to just get over some heavy boards. Double Torrential Tribute, get rid of our opponent's monsters, and double Anti-Spell Fragrance to deal with those spell heavy decks. Alright, that's it for the deck profile. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I'll be uploading some more decks that I play. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Just let me know, hey, what can be improved on the deck? Or what'd you think about it? Alright, have yourselves a good time.